Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. Unfortunately, I've got to make one of these videos again. I recently did a video regarding, honestly, what I think is just appalling behavior by foreigners over here claiming to be able to dispense tax advice regarding Thai tax, which is just nonsense. But I made enough videos on that at this point. That said, I've gotten recent emails from people who've also been saying, hey, you know, these so-called foreign property agents have been telling me I can do this, that, and the other thing, and I've watched your videos and, you know, they say, hey, you can't do that. Well, long story short, much like with anything over here that involves a foreigner, take everything with a grain of salt if they're claiming to be a professional, because 9 times out of 10, they're either total frauds or they're operating in contravention of Thai law, even if they are perhaps qualified to provide. For example, they may be a real estate agent in the United States or something like this. But as we've discussed in other videos, agency, brokerage, anything having to do with land and real estate is highly restricted, both restricted occupations as well as there are laws in Thailand specifically restricting foreigners from even getting involved in the land trade. So again, this is one of those scenarios where you're talking to some foreign agent. Well, how is that person an agent if they can't legally be an agent in Thailand? As we've discussed at length in other videos, you can go through the list of restricted occupations. It's there. It's in black and white. It's in English. It's on the Department of Employment's website in English regarding this stuff. This is not some blurry, oh, it's nebulous, it needs to be interpreted. No, it's in English, unequivocally, that we know this. So again, what my best advice regarding so-called property agents that are foreign here in Thailand, or any real property agent here in Thailand, if it sounds good to be true, it probably is. If you're hearing direct contravention of things that I've said, for example, I've noted in many videos, you cannot use a company here in Thailand to circumvent their restrictions on foreigners owning land. Now, as I've said in other videos, there are limited circumstances where use of a corporation that may own land with a foreigner that's involved with the corporation, where it may be appropriate. A lot of times that may involve somebody who's married to a Thai national, they're running a business together or something. But that is a very narrow subset of cases. Vast majority of cases, if you're trying to set up a company to own land for a foreigner, it's going to be pretty much considered hardcore illegal if that is scrutinized. So it's not a great idea. Point I'm trying to make with this video, I'm not just sort of doing a rant here. One, if it sounds good to be true, it probably is. If it's in direct contravention, for example, with stuff I've said or things that people have said to you, go back and at least just research it again. And then finally, always, always, always be aware of the fact that they'll try to yes you to death. You know, you'll ask questions, oh yeah, that's fine. Oh yeah, that's fine. Without any further sort of explanation, just so it's okay if I'm a foreigner and I own land in Thailand. Oh yeah, it's fine. We'll just do this, that, and the other thing and it'll all work out. Well, how does that work? You know, you need to kind of follow up on these things because unfortunately, again, they will yes you to death here in a lot of different contexts. And I've seen a lot of clients over the years who've even told me, they said, yeah, we were just so excited about getting that villa. We didn't realize. And it's like, well, did you not realize or were you just so excited that you just kind of barreled into it and didn't really want to look at the possible problems? And I get that. People get excited. They want something. It's a dream vacation home or whatever. Fine. But just use a little bit of common sense. And again, sounds good to be true. It probably is. If it's in contravention to things that you've heard are hard and fast rules here in Thailand, research again. And finally, don't get yes to death.